So tonight I'm getting ready to watch Daredevil Season 2, and while I wait, I had some extra time on my hands, and I came across Winter on Fire, an amazing documentary that a whole bunch of my friends have been telling me, dude, stop fucking around, you need to drop whatever you're doing, and you need to watch this movie. And I finally watched it, and just, wow. Winter on Fire is a documentary that follows the events that went down 2 years ago in Ukraine. The Ukrainian president refused to sign a treaty that would allow Ukraine to be a part of Europe. This angered and pissed off nearly every citizen in Ukraine. We're talking about an entire country. So with hundreds and thousands of unhappy citizens, of course, they start off with a simple, peaceful protest. We're talking men, women, children, college students, senior citizens, everyone marched in a peaceful protest when, of course, after months and months of no progress whatsoever, in fact, the government continued to add even more stupid and ridiculous laws to the citizens of Ukraine. And of course, that just added fuel to the fire and more anger and more hatred. And what started off as a peaceful protest ended into a violent revolution. And what I mean by a violent revolution, I'm talking about things got really brutal. The Ukrainian government sent out their police and military personnel to brutally attack their own people. Instead of holding order, they went crazy. They started really beating up men, women, and children. They started using rubber bullets for riot control and stuff like that. But eventually, rubber bullets turned into real bullets. Then they started setting fires. What the most fucked up thing about what the police and the military personnel were doing were they were destroying medical centers for the wounded rebels, and also they were kidnapping people that were involved in the revolution. They would stop in the middle of the traffic and they would pull out the people, and if they were identified as a rebel, they would get pulled out of their car, they would damage the car, and they would be kidnapped. And who knows what would be done to them afterwards. There were moments in the documentary where the government was clearly just acting sneaky and just disgraceful, utterly disgraceful. I just couldn't believe it. There are people in this field that are ready to die for their country from opposing sides as well. From the soldier side to the rebel side, it turns out into an all-out war between the citizens of Ukraine and the government. I'll let you guys watch the rest of the movie, but when you guys get the chance, watch Winter on Fire. It's an amazing documentary. It's so powerful. This documentary got me so emotionally invested that I was filled with anger. The images that are shown are real. The real firepower, real people are getting killed on screen. It's very brutal. You follow multiple groups involved in the documentary. You care so much about these people. I'm telling you guys, if you are looking for a strong and powerful documentary, then Winter on Fire is a definitely must watch. It's got some very graphic images involved. It's necessary to have on this documentary in order for you to get an idea of how these people struggled and suffered and how the government just committed these acts of barbarism. The documentary itself was very well developed. The interviews that went down with people who actually participated in the revolution were very informative. They spoke the truth and they spoke from their heart too. Things got really emotional with people on camera as they were recollecting memories that they were having while the revolution was going down. Yeah, I just couldn't believe that there's governments in countries living now in the 21st century who are just like this. Go watch it. It's on Netflix right now. I'm gonna rate it right now. Of course, it's getting a 5 out of 5. This is probably one of the best documentaries I have seen in most recent memory. I watch a lot of documentaries, and this documentary is just holy fuck. It's just really damn great. I really enjoyed Winter on Fire. I think it's one of those documentaries that almost every human being needs to watch. I would really like to know what you guys thought about Winter on Fire. Whatever you guys thought about, comment below. It's gonna be really hard for me to watch Daredevil Season 2 when I still have Winter on Fire stuck in my head. It's just that crazy. Until then, stay focused, stay sharp, and Axial on.